Good day. This short briefing is aimed at providing key progress updates on two issues. The first issue is on COVID-19 updates since the last briefing that was provided. Yesterday, the Ministry of Health reported the highest number of COVID-positive cases recorded in one day, which rests at 35. The increase in these numbers shows us that the risk of spread still exists and the need to continue adhering strictly to measures that have been put in place by the Ministerial Committee is quite necessary. Since the first case that was announced within Ethiopia 8 weeks ago, and an initial responsiveness to precautionary measures that had been put in place, what we are witnessing as an increase in positive cases or positive COVID cases is attributable to the gradual onset of complacency. Nevertheless, the enforcement wing of the COVID-19 Ministerial Committee has been taking measures against breaches of the health state of emergency regulations that have been put in place. The latest reports from this subcommittee indicates measures taken nationally over the past month against 44,200 establishments that were providing services that have been restricted or banned under the state of emergency, including in breaches of physical distancing regulations. Similarly, action is continuously being taken against businesses that have been increasing prices on consumer goods, hiding goods and not making them available to the market as necessary, as well as related illegal activities. COVID-19 prevention and mitigation efforts around border areas have also been proceeding in close collaboration between federal and regional entities. This is being overseen by this subcommittee, the Peace and Security Subcommittee. To this end, a multi-sectoral team has been dispatched to assess the needs in those areas and accordingly has been working to upgrade and expand the quarantine facilities that have been set up in that area. They have also been working to provide the necessary materials and equipment for these quarantine facilities, as well as enhancing the border control measures to ensure that positive COVID cases are not in the increase in the border areas. Additionally, testing for cross-border truck drivers has also been ramped up. As it relates to testing within the country, nationally, the testing capacity has been augmented with 26 laboratories. It's to be recalled that when positive cases were announced within the country, the nation did not have strong testing capacities or facilities, and in fact, suspected cases would be sent outside of the country for testing. But now there has been a concerted effort by the Ministerial Committee to expand these testing facilities and also ramp up the daily testing capacity that we have. So now we have 26 laboratories with 28 testing machines that have been put in place. As such, on a daily basis, we have seen the increase of actual testing being done nationally to be around 4,500, for example, in the past week. As well, the maximum testing capacity has increased to 7,500 with the new laboratories that have been operational. So this is a key strategy that the government has been spearheading, ensuring that we are increasing our testing capacities as part of prevention and mitigation efforts. So while Ethiopia continues to strengthen this capacity, which will give more data on the spread, it's still imperative that all continue to follow the regulations or the measures that have been put in place by the State of Emergency Committee, as they have been put in place to ensure that the spread is contained and that we are not pushed into a full-blown health crisis with grave consequences to the economy and to livelihoods. Having said this, on the first issue, I would like to proceed to the second issue, which is related to the launch of the Green Legacy planting season. It is to be recalled that last year in 2019, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed launched the national initiative aimed at planting 4 billion trees during the rainy season, calling upon all citizens or all friends of Ethiopia living within the country to plant 40 trees per person. Coordination national efforts had been spearheaded nationally and enabled reaching the goal set for that planting period. It's also to be recalled that Ethiopia held a National Planting Day on July 29, 2019, which mobilized millions of people throughout the country to plant 353 million trees within a 12-hour period. According to the Ministry of Agriculture estimates, an average of 84% of all planted seedlings during the target last year, or during the set target last year, have been sustained, which is quite a key milestone. So the survival rate is at 84%. Based on these lessons from last year, as well as the preparation, the planting, and all other related activities that had been undertaken to fulfill the set target last year, reviewing the lessons from what had transpired. This year, there has been a lot of work to prepare and meet the target that has been set for 5 billion trees within the rainy season. So the steering committee chaired by the Minister of Agriculture has also been reinitiated. We recall that this steering committee was quite active last year, and now it has been reinitiated as well. Nurseries throughout the country, as we've been witnessing, have been preparing the requisite number of seedlings to be made available for the official launch of the planting season. And one particular issue to note is that beyond aesthetics, the greening aspirations of the country is rooted in optimizing Ethiopia's multifaceted potential for development, including in ecotourism as well, and positioning Ethiopia to be a green and climate resilient economy. So with regards to this, over the next few days, more detailed information as it relates to how we plan on going about this and in ensuring the target is achieved will be conveyed. The steering committee, which comprises ministerial entities as well as other groups, will be convening over the next few days and articulating a clear roadmap for how we can plant in a COVID responsive manner. I will come back with further updates within the coming days as well. Thank you.